Hello there and welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. More here. Thank you for joining me on my channel today. I'm going to get into a video that's a little different than what I normally do. See, typically I do a champion guide video. I'm out on a mission to create the most comprehensive library of rare and epic champion guides in the community so that you can learn things about your champions that you may not have known and where you can use those champions. But today's video is a little bit different. We're going to briefly cover over. We're not going too far into depth in these. I don't want this video to take way too long for your time, but we're going to come over the 5 best heroes that I've got on my account. I'm going to go over these, let you know why I like them and where I use them real quick. We're not going to go too in depth with them. Just so you know, you can look down in the description down below. I'm going to have a link to a guide for every single one of these 5 champions. I've already done it. They're out there. You can go check it out as well. But before we get into this real quick, if you guys like Raid Shadow Legends and you want to progress your account effectively and efficiently, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's right here at the bottom of the corner. Don't forget as well, there's a bell. Hit the notification so that YouTube can tell you when I get more videos out so that you don't miss a thing. All right, what are my top 5 champions? Let's get into this real quick. Where is this? The very first one, Queen Eva, she's number 1 right there, but she is not my number 1. I will have to tell you she is not my number 1. So before we get into the number 1, let's go into the number 5. Jabra. Jabra is an epic magic affinity champion. He is attack-based. I prefer defense or HP-based champions. However, he is attack-based. Why do I have him here? I have him for his kit. Let's look at his kit right quick. Attacks one enemy. Will ignore 25% of target's defense. It's only a one-hit A1. I'd rather like that a little bit better, but I'll take what I can get, right? A2. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. I like the CC. Nice in arena, nice in dungeons. But this is why I like him. Attacks 3 times at random. Has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff. And a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Booked out, he's booked up. It was up to a 75% chance to land those debuffs, and it's on a 3-turn cooldown for a 2-turn debuff duration. He is on my clan boss. I like him because he is my primary, my only defense or attack down debuffer in my clan boss, and he can keep it up practically 100% of the time, you guys. Especially with the mastery that gives him the chance to extend the duration of his debuffs when he lands them. This is why I like him. Additionally, if I could throw him into the dungeon somewhere, he's got an ally speed up in dungeons. He is helpful. He is useful. He works for my attack down champion in the clan boss. Think about that. He is my number 5. My number 4, what's my number 4? Now we're going to get to it. Queen Eva, she is my number 4. However, I will have to give her credit where credit was due. She was a game changer for my account. I got her on week 2 of my account. Very good RNG, very lucky. She is my primary campaign farmer, and my account has ran smooth ever since. Let's tell you why. Attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff. That's her A1. It's but I will have to say that heal reduction is helpful in the Spirit Affinity Keep, which is where she is also used. I use her there as well. I use her in a few other places as well, but that heal reduction is helpful against that boss because why? That boss gives you a 50%, gives itself a 50% heal regeneration every single turn. If you can place this 100% heal reduction on it, it negates it, gone. No healing whatsoever. Her A2, what is this good for? If you want to, I've used it there. It's good in the Ice Golems. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. It can work for the ads against against the Ice Golem boss, but this is her bread and butter skill right here, her A3. Attacks all enemies. Decreases the turn meter by 20%. Resets the cooldowns on each of this champion's skills. If any target is killed, has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. What does that mean? She's my campaign farmer, I said, right? Hits the first wave, she will start with this skill right here. Her A3 will start it, wipes the entire wave, goes to the second wave, resets the cooldowns of every skills, right? Well, her A2 is already reset, right? What resets her A3? Boom, do it again, clears the wave. Round 3, boom, do it again, done. 7 to 9 seconds. Depending on how fast my phone is running, I've done it as fast as 6 seconds with her. It's pretty. It's nice. You don't need 100% crit rate, because why? Right there, that 15%, 50% in chance of inflicting a critical hit. So automatically takes it down to 85% chance, right? Well, not quite there. Her aura increases allied critical rate in all battles by 90%. Put her as the lead. And next thing you know, all you need is a 66% crit rate, and she will be critting 100% of the time. By the way, you also need to build her up with some crit damage. I've got 209. I want her at 300. I want her to be farming on Nightmare Campaign. That's my goal. Eventually, I think I just might get her there. But for now, she's only farming Brutal, and that's okay because we'll get her farther on. But she is my number 4 best hero. Who's my number 3, you ask? My number 3, I'm going to have to say, is going to be Apothecary. Sorry. Yes, Apothecary. He is a good champion. He's a very versatile champion, but he is not quite my favorite in the top 2. I just now got a new favorite. I just upped it up to level 60, and I'm going to tell you in just a minute, he's my number 2 champion, but right now, my number 3 hero is going to be Apothecary. Apothecary is an awesome champion. It is a blast. He's only a rare. However, he should probably be an epic with his kit. It is nuts what it looks like. His A1 is attacks 3 times at random. There's only one target, so a boss or a clan boss, somebody, all 3 hits, pows and plows right into that one target, and it's nice. This heal is amazing. Heals a target ally by 35%. This heal can be critical. Booked up, that 35% turns into a 50% heal, and it can crit. Crit damage does not increase the crit heal. Remember that. So, but still, it's a 50% up to I think it's a 75 or 80% heal of the target's HP. He can easily, quickly turn the tide by saving a champion that is at a fraction of health left. Bring it all the way back up to 100%. Now, mind you, that's also, what is that, on a 2-turn cooldown. Whoa. His A3, however, is on a 3-turn cooldown. Places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% on a 3-turn cooldown. This guy is a speed demon. And you can see my gear is 100% speed sets. His stats, you want crit rate, which is only 65% for me, so it's but speed's at 233. I want him at speed of like 350. I want him to take 3 to 4 turns for every clan boss turn, because considering he is in my clan boss team right now, a lot of these champions are. I think, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of the 5 champions are all in my clan boss team, just so you guys know. Apothecary, he's a rare champion, but he's an awesome champion. My number 2 champion, however, it's brand new to my number 2. Before, it was probably like in the number 6 or 7, maybe even 10. Captain Tamila. She's an epic Dark Elf champion. She's a Nether Magic Affinity champion. However, I just realized 4 of these top 5 are all Magic Affinity. Cool. Anyways, Captain Tamila. I've got her in an awesome little kit. Most people don't use it. It's the Frenzy set right here. Frenzy is the one where it's 10% increased turn meter for every 5% HP lost. She's an HP-based champion, so her base HP is at 18,825. At level 60, 6-star ascended. Pretty high. You build her up with a bunch of HP percent gear, which I did. Increases her stats, and she's sitting at 48,000 HP. 48,000 HP. So whenever she loses HP, she'll end up getting a turn meter boost. So that's why I've got her with this kit, with this set, and this set works for her. Why does it work for her? It works so well for her because of this skill right here. It places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion. So in the clan boss, for example, which is where I primarily use her, but she has just now earned herself a spot on my arena team as well. Put this on everybody on the team. And the other 4 people get hit when the clan boss does this big smash, and everybody takes damage, right? Including her as well. She absorbs basically half the damage the clan boss is putting out, right? She's taking more than half of it out. Every single time she takes hit, every single source of damage that comes in, if it drops her HP by 5% or more, she'll get a 10% turn meter boost for every 5% increment from every source of damage. So every single ally protection that she has out there, she has a chance to gain more HP. Against an affinity clan boss who hits twice on each AoE, she has a chance to gain 2, 4, 6, 8 plus her own 2 hits. 10 chances to increase her turn meter by 10%. Yeah. Her other kit, her Presifer kit, her A2, is it places a 60% defense, increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, and heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. When you book it out, it adds an extra 20% heal to that. So that 15% becomes a 35% heal. You can buff that up as well with some masteries, and you get it up to just about a 40, almost a 45% heal. And that is a pretty nice heal, considering that it comes from her max HP. So if she's at basically 50,000 HP, you're doing just about a 50% heal. She does about a 25,000 HP heal onto everybody in the entire team. Everybody, including giving them a defense up buff as well. Her only damage output was the only thing that I do not like, and she lacks for the clan boss, is attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 15% continuous heal buff on herself for 1 turn if the hit is critical. And it's only a 50% chance, only if she crits. So it's only got a 1 hit, a 1 out of 3 skills. That's her only damage output. So, for example, as a result, I built her differently. Her masteries are not set up for the typical masteries that you might see to consider or see on a clan boss. So if you want to go check it out, I got a card up in the corner. Go see the guide I've done for her. I'm going to do a new guide soon, probably for her as well, though, get the new skills. And now I got her up to, the new set. And now I got her up to 60. But for now, check out her guide and see what masteries I've done with her and why they're actually working. All right, her aura, by the way, does do an increased resistance to infection keeps, but that's whatever. But now, my number 1 best hero that I've got on my account that I absolutely love is Frank the Tank, Miscreated Monster, HP-based champion from the Night Revenants faction. He is a beast. Why is he a beast? Let's get into his kit. His A1 attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 15% chance, booked up to a 25% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Has a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 1 turn if the stun debuff is placed. That's a mouthful. Basically, he has a 2-hit A1, has a chance to stun somebody, and if he stuns him, he can also add a defense down. Very nice, very nice, very nice. His A2, however, is probably his bread and butter. It's what most people use him and love him for. What is it? It attacks all enemies. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equal to 25% of the damage inflicted. That's the grand total of damage inflicted. In the arena, that's 4 champions he's hitting, right? 4 champions he's hitting, 25% of the damage totally inflicted. So basically, 100% of the damage he deals to 1 champion, boom, puts a shield on everybody on his team, including himself. Has a chance, 50% chance, to stun every single person on that team as well. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown. What? A 3-turn cooldown? This guy should be a legendary. I think they mixed the color coding up when they programmed him. His A3s. It's alive is what it's called. And why is it called that? Because he places a 50% ally protection debuff on all allies except him for 3 turns. Heals this champion by 50% of his max HP. Places a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 3 turns. If you allow him to run out those continuous heals, that's 45% extra heal to himself, plus a 50% spot heal at the beginning on top of that, for a grand total of 95% of his HP right back to him like that. Whoa. Aura increases ally HP, including himself, in the arena by 33%. Look at this guy. My stats on him, he's got an 81,000 HP. 81,000 health. You put the aura on him, that's an extra 33% on top of that. This guy is a beast. I said it again, right? He's a beast. He goes over 100,000 HP to start it off with, and he's dealing damage, right? Come back here. HP, HP. He deals damage based on his HP. What was his passive? We missed it. Places a fear debuff on the attacker for 1 turn whenever an ally is attacked while under an ally protection. So his ally protection lasts, what, 3 turns. So whenever any of your allies are under this protection from him and they get attacked, this will place a fear. Just places. Not a chance. Places. As long as the accuracy check rolls and he wins, it will place it. What does fear do? What fear does is a 50% chance of that champion not being able to take an action. It doesn't reduce the cooldown of any kind. It doesn't cycle a skill out like that if they try to use it, but the fear procs. But it procs and stops an action. That action is either a turn. So when they're taking a turn, they go to take a skill. Fear procs, nothing happens, right? No cooldowns happen either because that's true fear that does that. Fear also will stop a counterattack from happening as well. So if you go to hit a counterattack, so say for example, you're facing a Valkyrie in the arena, right? And Valkyrie goes up, team counter. Everybody runs through, gets fear on themselves, and then you go and attack the counterattack. Well, fear can proc and stop the counterattack. Fear is nice. So you guys, these are my champions. Those are my personal 5 best heroes that I've got on my account, that I've got in the game, that I've pulled, that I'm not going to be pulling anymore for a while. I've got some shards. You can see those right there. Yes, we got the double time chances, but I'm waiting till next event. That's my game plan. I want to pull 200 ancient shards. Statistically, that will get me at least 1 legendary without a bonus, but if we get a bonus, it's going to give me at least 2 legendaries, hopefully 3 or 4. We'll see. But you know what? I got to maximize my resources being free to play, right? Thank you for joining me, you guys. Tell me what you think of my best 5 champions. Leave comments down below. Tell me what you think of my champions and what are your best 5 heroes, best 5 champions that you got on your account. Thank you for joining me all the way through this video, you guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button that's right above me. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing later on. And check out some Can Champion guides in the playlist I got on the side. Thank you for joining me, and you have a good night, and I will see you on the next video.